Hey everyone, welcome back to Learning English Together. I'm David.
And I'm Anna. Are you ready to stop studying English and start living it?
Today we're talking about something that surrounds us every single day, home and living.
That's right. Your home is where you spend so much of your time, and being able to talk about it in English is incredibly useful.
In this video, we'll cover how to describe your home, how to talk about household chores, how to describe cooking a simple meal, and how to host guests.
So much to cover. Let's get started. Okay, let's start with how to describe where you live. This comes up all the time when you meet someone new, when you're chatting with a coworker, or when you're making small talk.
The first question you'll often hear is, do you live in a house or an apartment?
A house is a standalone building where one family lives. An apartment is a unit inside a larger building shared with other residents. In British English, it's often called a flat.
You might answer, I live in a two-bedroom apartment on the 5th floor, or I rent a small house in the suburbs.
Suburbs means the residential areas outside of the city center, usually quieter, with more space and greenery.
Let's talk about the different rooms in a home. The main ones are the living room, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and dining room.
The living room is the main shared space where you relax, watch TV, or entertain guests. Some people call it the lounge or sitting room.
The kitchen is where you prepare and cook food. A dining room is a separate room for eating, though many apartments just have a dining area in the kitchen or living room.
To describe a home in more detail, you can use adjectives like cozy, spacious, bright, modern, or cramped.
Cozy means small but warm and comfortable, a very positive word. Spacious means there's a lot of room. Cramped means there's very little space, not so positive.
You can say, my apartment is small but really cozy. I love it. Or, we have a spacious living room with lots of natural light.
Natural light means sunlight that comes in through windows, a very desirable feature in a home.
Another useful phrase is, I have a great view from my window. Or, my apartment overlooks the park.
Overlooks means your window faces a particular direction or place. Like my bedroom overlooks the street, or my living room overlooks the city skyline.
And if you're renting, you might say, I rent a place downtown, or I'm renting with two roommates. Roommates are people who share a home with you. Home vocabulary review.
First, apartment/flat, a unit inside a larger building. Apartment is American English, flat is British English.
Second, suburbs, residential areas outside the city center.
Third, cozy, small but warm and comfortable.
Fourth, spacious, having a lot of room or space.
Fifth, overlooks, when a window or room faces a particular direction or place.
And sixth, roommates, people who share a home with you.
Let's move on. Okay, one of the less glamorous parts of home life, household chores. Chores are the regular tasks you need to do to keep your home clean and organized.
Ha! Nobody loves chores, but we all have to do them. Let's go through the most common ones.
The first big category is cleaning. This includes vacuuming, mopping the floor, wiping down surfaces, cleaning the bathroom, and taking out the trash.
Vacuuming means using a vacuum cleaner to remove dust and dirt from floors and carpets. Mopping means using a wet mop to clean hard floors.
Wiping down surfaces means using a cloth to clean countertops, tables, and other flat surfaces.
Another category is laundry. This includes doing the laundry, putting clothes in the washing machine, hanging clothes to dry, and ironing.
Doing the laundry is the general phrase for washing your clothes. You can say, I need to do the laundry this afternoon, or can you throw the clothes in a wash?
Throw in the wash is a very casual way to say put clothes in the washing machine. Very natural English.
Then there's dishes, washing the dishes, loading the dishwasher, or unloading the dishwasher. Many people argue about whose turn it is to do the dishes.
Ha! Such a universal experience. You can say, can you do the dishes tonight? I'll cook.
That's a very fair deal. The person who cooks usually doesn't have to do the dishes, at least in my house.
Another common chore is tidying up. Tidy up means to put things back where they belong and make the home look neat.
You might say, I need to tidy up before my friends come over, or let's do a quick tidy before we go to bed.
And, of course, taking out the trash, or in British English, taking out the rubbish. Every household needs to do this regularly.
To say you are generally responsible for keeping the home clean, you can say, I try to keep on top of the chores, meaning you stay organized and don't let tasks pile up. Chores vocabulary.
First, chores, regular household tasks needed to keep the home clean and organized.
Second, vacuuming, using a vacuum cleaner to remove dirt from floors and carpets.
Third, do the laundry, the general phrase for washing your clothes.
Fourth, throw in the wash, a casual way to say put clothes in the washing machine.
Fifth, tidy up, to put things in order and make the home look neat.
And sixth, keep on top of, to stay organized and not let tasks pile up.
Great. On to the kitchen. Okay, time to cook. Talking about food and cooking is a wonderful conversation topic in English. People love sharing recipes and cooking tips.
Let's go through the process of cooking a simple meal and all the vocabulary that comes with it.
First, you need to decide what to make. You might say, I'm going to make pasta tonight, or I feel like cooking something simple.
I feel like means you want something or are in the mood for something. Very natural phrase.
Then you need to gather your ingredients. Ingredients are all the food items you need for a recipe.
You might need to chop vegetables, boil water, fry onions, season the food, and simmer the sauce.
Let's break those down. Chop means to cut into small pieces. Boil means to heat water until it bubbles. Fry means to cook in a pan with oil.
Season means to add salt, pepper, and other spices to improve the flavor. And simmer means to cook on low heat, just below boiling.
A great phrase for describing cooking progress is, I'll let it simmer for 10 minutes, or let the sauce reduce. Reduce means the liquid cooks down and becomes thicker and more flavorful.
When the food is ready, you might say, dinner's ready, or it's on the table, or come and eat.
And if someone compliments your food, you can say, thank you, I'm glad you like it. Or it's just something simple I threw together.
Throw together means you made it quickly without a lot of effort. Even if it was actually quite difficult, it's a modest way to respond to a compliment.
Ha! Very British, actually. Oh, it was nothing. I just threw it together, when secretly it took 2 hours.
Huh, so true. Other useful kitchen vocabulary includes the fridge, the oven, the stovetop, a pot, a pan, a cutting board, and a spatula.
A spatula is a flat kitchen tool used for flipping food in a pan. Very useful when making pancakes or fried eggs.
And don't forget, leftovers. Leftovers are food that remains after a meal. A great word for describing lunch the next day.
Cooking vocabulary review.
First, ingredients, all the food items needed for a recipe.
Second, chop, to cut into small pieces. Chop the onions finely.
Third, simmer, to cook gently on low heat, just below boiling.
Fourth, season, to add salt, pepper, and spices to improve flavor.
Fifth, throw together, to make something quickly and casually. A modest phrase for responding to compliments.
And sixth, leftovers, food remaining after meal.
One more section, having guests over.
Okay, last section. Having guests over. Having guests over means inviting people to come to your home.
This is such a common social activity, and there's specific vocabulary for being a good host.
When you invite someone, you might say, "Would you like to come over for dinner on Saturday?" Or, "We're having a few friends over this weekend. Want to join?"
Come over means to visit someone at their home. We're having people over means you're hosting guests at your place.
When guests arrive, you greet them at the door and say, "Welcome. Come on in," or "So glad you could make it."
Make it means to successfully arrive somewhere. I'm so glad you made it. Shows genuine warmth and appreciation.
As a host, you'll offer things to guests. "Can I get you something to drink?" Or "Help yourself to some snacks" are very common.
Help yourself means please take what you want without waiting to be served. It's a very welcoming phrase.
You can also show them around your home. "Let me give you a quick tour," or "Feel free to look around."
If guests need something, they might ask, "Where's the bathroom?" And you can direct them, just down the hall on the left.
Down the hall means further along the corridor. And on the left or on the right tells them which side.
When it's time to eat, you might say, "Dinner's served," or "Let's sit down and eat," or "Please help yourselves."
And at the end of a visit, as guests are leaving, a warm send-off sounds like, "So glad you came," or "We should do this again soon," or "Drive safe."
Drive safe is a casual way of saying be careful on your way home. Very common in the United States.
And guests will often say, "Thank you for having us." This is a polite and warm thing to say to your host before you leave.
Thank you for having us is one of the most important social phrases in English. Always say it when you leave someone's home. Final vocabulary, hosting guests.
First, come over. To visit someone at their home. "Why don't you come over this weekend?"
Second, make it, to successfully arrive somewhere. I'm so glad you made it.
Third, help yourself. Please take what you want freely. Help yourself to some snacks.
Fourth, give a tour, to show guests around your home.
Fifth, drive safe. A casual farewell wishing someone a safe journey home.
And sixth, thank you for having us. What guests say to thank a host? Essential phrase.
Perfect. Let's wrap up this wonderful lesson.
What great video! We covered so much about home and living today.
We talked about how to describe your home, rooms, features, and adjectives like cozy and spacious.
We went through household chores, cleaning, laundry, dishes, and how to tidy up.
We walked through cooking a simple meal ingredients, cooking verbs, and kitchen vocabulary.
And we covered having guests over, from inviting people to being the perfect host.
All of these topics come up in everyday English conversations. The more you practice, the more natural they will feel.
Try this week. Describe your home out loud in English. Just a few sentences. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. It's small but cozy. My favorite room is the kitchen.
Simple sentences like that build your confidence so much.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow.
And leave a comment below. Tell us, what does your home look like? We would love to hear.
Subscribe and hit the bell for a brand new English lesson every week.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Happy living.